I was aware that human lives are short. Why didn't I try to better know and understand you?
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kimmy, this is my beautiful wife Montana, this is Waddles, this is Hogarth, and that's Rue.
And today we're going to be reacting to Season 1, Episode 1 of Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, The Journey's End.
The only thing I've heard about this show is that it's like Dungeons and Dragons meets anime, so that sounds very fun.
Perfect. Sounds good. I'm excited.
And if you're excited for episodes of Frieren, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe down below for episodes coming every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see 11 episodes ahead of the series, including the first 11 episodes right now, they're all posted to Patreon right now in their extended full-length forms with all the stuff that we had to cut for YouTube in its complete form with more discussion as well. So make sure to check that out along with all the other series we're watching. All right, are we excited for episode 1 of Frieren, Beyond Journey's End?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Dunderheads, this video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
Stories reach its end.
I like the animation style so far.
Me too.
What little I've seen, obviously.
More modern style music than I thought it'd be.
Yeah.
So did like the hero leave after winning? After like beating the evil or something?
I'm not sure if the lyrics of the theme song are indicative of the plot, but
most of the time lyrics of anime songs tend to actually be about the plot. We just never see them typically.
Interesting.
We just listen and we don't have the subtitles.
Oh, okay.
Typically they are. I like the intro.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
So it looks like we've got elves.
Yeah.
There are regular people and there are elf people.
Yeah, very D&D.
Mm-hmm.
Words on that intro. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Very different than most anime we've tried, but I feel like I like the vibes. Visuals are beautiful too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, at the northernmost end of the continent, I arrived at the place that the people of this world called heaven.
Ariel.
The land where souls rest.
So somebody came to Ariel. Many souls gather there. His fellow friends who once fought alongside me. Flame the legendary mage. Okay, so like got to go to the afterlife.
Horse. I'm locked in already.
Great start.
Frieren.
It's a person.
That's the name. Okay.
The royal capital's in sight.
They're celebrating the triumphant return of their heroes. I can feel the excitement from here.
We'll have to start looking for work soon.
You're already concerned about employment?
As we all should be. Slaying the Demon King was one chapter, but read on. For we've stories yet to tell and lives yet to live.
So it's after beating... Yeah, no,
okay.
it is. It
Very
seems to be
cool.
after beating the main bad guy. That's
right.
Such an interesting premise.
I love that because, like, I mean, you always hear and they lived happily ever after, but like, I would like details, please.
Yeah. And it also means that their powers should be really advanced. Most of the time with anime, you start with like basic powers, but if you finish the Demon King, I feel like
the main battle, this is like after the apocalypse.
Yeah, what's it gonna be like? He's thinking about work after saving the world.
We've stories yet to tell and lives yet to live.
Life's full of work. I would take any job they let me drink on.
Very priestly, sir.
I suppose you're right.
Frieren, the life that lies ahead of you will be far longer than the rest of us could know, or that we could begin to comprehend.
Yes.
Okay, she's an elf.
Perhaps.
She might die.
What if I die?
Yeah.
What then?
Love the animation thus far. It's very
Super
bright
pretty.
and cheery.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of Animal Crossing.
Yeah. This is always fun in a D&D campaign.
A big party celebration?
Yeah, after you complete an arc or the whole story. I haven't completed a whole story yet, but...
Himmel the hero, Kaisen the warrior, Heiter the priest, and Frieren the mage. You have our wholehearted thanks for defeating the Demon King. Your efforts have launched our world into an age of prosperity and peace.
Chapter 6, the last battle. So this is the start of Chapter 7, I guess.
Rumor has it that the king is going to erect statues of us in the plaza. Though, I doubt they'll be able to capture the complexities of my good looks in a piece of stone. How I pity the poor sculptor.
It's a self-serving tribute. When we left, he was only willing to offer up 10 copper coins.
Oh, don't keep your head in the past. Tonight, the gallant adventurers drink for free. I would say that makes us even, wouldn't you?
I'm not a corrupt priest.
Looks like Attack on Titan's world.
It's over, isn't it?
Indeed. This is the moment our grand adventure ends.
10 years together. We've been
10
through the thick,
years.
the thin,
Wow.
and then some. The day we departed, Himmel and Eisen's disrespect toward the king landed them moments away from execution.
One misstep and our journey would have ended there.
Do you remember the time Heiter's bottle ache rendered him all but useless?
Like, this is such a
oh.
D&D thing.
You've got
I think that's a
nearly as
hangover.
pallid as an undead. Are you passing?
Yeah,
Alas, a shame indeed.
That was a weekly occurrence.
Well, I was exceptional in every way.
We debated leaving you behind when you fell
And
for that
the false... Wait, it's okay. I'm forgetting the exact name of that. I should know it. There's a item in D&D where it's a chest, and if you open it, it becomes a monster.
Gotcha. All right.
How am I
We
forgetting
debated
that? That's
leaving you
absurd.
behind when you fell for that mimic, you know.
It's not a...
Repeatedly told her it was a trap, and yet here we are.
Is it time to lose the elf?
Our memories sound terrible, don't they? But I had fun. You made this quest the journey of my lifetime. Thank you all.
I feel the same way.
Our adventure was a mere 10 years.
A mere 10.
A
That's
mere...
a full
Oh,
decade
okay.
spent on one job. I mean, look at Heiter. He's turned into an old man right before our eyes.
That's not nice.
He always looked like that.
Even less nice.
It's interesting for her to cope maybe with not being able to be with her friends
It's
for a
nearly
while.
time.
Oh, a meteor shower.
We're here on a special
That's a
night.
lot.
How enchanting.
The era meteor shower happens once every 50 years. Our era of peace couldn't be welcomed in a more perfect way.
I love that they're setting this up like this, you know? Like,
Inside the
oh,
city
what's
isn't very
after?
good.
I'm trying to have a moment here. Don't spoil the mood.
Sorry, the view from what?
The view from inside the city isn't very good.
I'm trying to have a moment here. Don't spoil the mood.
Next time, then.
So she's not happy, it
I
seems.
know a good place. I'll take us there when the opportunity arises in 50 years. What's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing in the world. So it's a plan. 50 years from now.
I suppose I should be leaving.
Mapped out your next adventure?
For the next 100 years, give or take. I intend to travel around the Central Lands collecting new spells. Well, I'll be sure to stop by.
The way elves see this world is a mystery.
Who knows how long she's been a part of it by now?
I know his voice somehow, but...
In her eyes, 50 or even 100
Yeah.
years must look like a trifling thing.
Yeah. It's always interesting to see people like Omni-Man or an elf where their concept of time is just skewed.
Well, and then thinking about it in the other direction, too. Like, how different something would be with a shorter lifespan.
Looks like a lot of time has passed. Sorry, what was in that book?
More spells.
Yeah.
We're bartering.
It is fun. I thought they were saying like, oh, it's like D&D, but it's like,
Like, no,
this is the D&D
it's
game.
D&D.
Animation's so pretty.
Really pretty.
Oh, I love it.
I would like to be there.
Yeah.
I'm afraid
Shadow
we
dragon
don't have
horns.
anything like that here. The last time I saw a shadow dragon must have been a few decades ago.
Ah, how unfortunate. I needed one for summoning. Come to think of it, I took a horn from the Demon King's castle. I asked Himmel to store it.
You do see that it's exuding some sort of evil aura, don't you? Is
That
that
might be it.
dangerous to people?
I don't know.
That's awfully reassuring.
The Era meteor shower should be circling around soon. I'll pick up the horn when I visit.
Has it already been 50 years?
Wow.
Oh, wow. They're showing it through
And
her
she looks
perspective.
exactly the
It's changed a
same.
fair bit
Yeah.
since I was here last.
And it's like nothing to her. That's so interesting. Wish she goes on a journey with like their kids.
It should be
Yeah, because are they
somewhere
even
around
still
here.
alive?
Frieren?
Himmel, is that...
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
You're near ancient.
Must you be so blunt? Considering my advanced age, I'm still quite handsome, yes? Hard to believe it's been so long. When you show up looking the same as the day we met. I'd convinced myself I would never see you again.
Wow.
Era meteor shower. Such fond memories.
About the item we looted from the Demon King's castle.
If you're
Just
referring to
doesn't
the Shadow
care.
Dragon horn, I've thought about that blasted thing every day since you left. My cabinet has been exuding an evil aura for decades now.
Sorry, I think.
Just kept it anyway.
Wait, did she say sorry, I think?
Yes.
Sorry, I think. Though you do know you could have stashed it in a shed or something of the like.
I couldn't do that. I realize you may not have thought much of leaving your ominous prize under my care. But in my eyes, this horn was a treasure entrusted to me by a dear friend for safekeeping. I had to keep it in perfect condition until I could return it to you.
It's truly nothing greater than a convenient ingredient.
And then she gives it to a bird to take it away. Like, so carelessly, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Her perspective is so interesting. I'm excited to, like, follow her point of view on all this.
Yeah.
What's taking so long? You don't exactly have any hair to fuss over.
We bald men have our particularities.
It's the beard.
Quickly now. The meteor shower won't wait for man nor elf.
Oh.
They look the same.
Yeah.
You've grown rather
What?
dignified, Heiter.
As a
How did
bishop
that
of the
happen?
holy city must. I return the compliment, but change evades you.
Plus my head's still
I
not
guess he
so
looks
patty.
old.
Yeah.
At least you're much the same as ever, Eisen.
Funny, is that how I seem?
You are a dwarf, after all.
Where is this place of meteor viewing miracles?
We're headed there so soon. Isn't it a little ridiculous to stake our claim to a spot so far in advance?
No, for our spot is about a week's walk away.
To what have I agreed?
What shame. You should have learned to respect your elders by now. This brings back memories. Traveling together.
Oh.
Transports the soul to a different time. A time when
That's
the
very
world
sweet.
was ours to discover.
Yeah.
When each mark of life on its surface seems so brilliant and new.
What is that?
A beastie. Oh.
Very fast. Oh!
Oh, they're using their powers together. Wow. Oh my god.
As
There
I
goes
brush
the
dust
dog.
off each memory, there you
Wish she
all
casually
appear.
pulled out that
Yeah.
spell.
I have lived my life, waiting for the day that we would be together once more.
Oh.
I thank you, Frieren. It's solely because of you that this retired hero could have one final adventure.
It's making me tear up.
Yeah.
This is so beautiful. Don't tell me it's like the Demon King again. Oh, no. Wow. Oh no.
What?
He passed away, yeah. He's just waiting to see the meteors again.
And they're just gonna skip to
He's
it?
gone. I do believe
We're
he
skipping
was
through
happy
so
when
many
he
things.
left.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
Does she care about this?
That girl was one of Himmel's companions. I've yet to even see her frown. How heartless.
Oh, be fair, ladies. Not like we're racked with grief either.
Show some respect for yourself, you know, Hort.
Oh, how am I to know?
I know that priest character's voice. Oh? She looks shocked?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Beerus from Dragon Ball Z, I think. But anyway, you don't know.
I don't know.
In all truthfulness, I hardly knew anything about him. Years with him wasn't nearly enough time to learn.
Oh.
I was aware that human lives are short, but this... Why didn't I try to better know and understand you? My head is still not for patting.
Oh, wow. That's going to be a big realization for her.
Mm-hmm.
The holy city calls, and I shan't make them wait. Before I go, let me get a good look. This will likely be the last time that I see you.
Why, are you unwell?
My years of drinking had to catch up with me at some point.
Divine retribution.
If either of you find yourselves in the holy city, offer me a bottle at my grave.
Oh.
Does the thought of dying not cause you any fear?
We're the party of adventurers that saved the world. I'd like to think our seats in heaven have long been reserved. That's the whole reason I fought alongside you ruffians in the first place.
You corrupt priest.
If you'll kindly excuse me.
Distinctly chaotic good.
Yeah.
I should be on the road then too.
Off to collect more spells?
There's that. But I also wish to learn more about humankind.
Do you now?
Speaking of, I've a proposition for you. Though a mage is quite powerful, she could be doubly so with a warrior by her side.
Give me a break. I'm far too old to swing an axe these days. Don't make that face at me, Frieren. Once you've lost your vigor, your body slows, and your life must slow with it.
I see. We'll meet again someday, Eisen.
Sure, someday.
Like it really feels like the end of a movie.
Yeah.
And it's the first episode. Ah.
It's interesting that she has the realization that like life is too short to not pay attention to the people you care about, and then immediately leaves the like two people she's most connected to.
Well, I don't think it's quite that realization. I think it's her life so long that she doesn't know what it's like to value life that it's short. So she's going to try to understand what that is. You get what I mean? It's like kind of unfathomable to her. What's that symbol? Oh, it's a grave name? No,
I saw that tree earlier. These woods are always quite the labyrinth. Where am I?
20 years later, again, like we're just jumping.
Mm-hmm.
Next to Straw.
You seem a bit lost, ma'am.
A mushroom girl?
Is there something you're looking for?
Perhaps
Yes,
a druid.
I'm trying to locate the home of a man named Highter.
I see. So you're a visitor.
The corrupt priest is slow to die.
Turns out a stylish
Oh, no
exit
way.
is harder to achieve than I thought.
I brought some liquor to offer at your grave. Would
I mean,
you
he's
like
aging
a
pretty
drink?
well.
I gave the stuff up.
Maybe he pickled himself.
I doubt the goddess will forgive you. You're far too close to corpsehood to clean up your act now.
Why, thank you, kind lady.
Who is she?
Her name is Fern. She was orphaned by the wars in the southern lands.
My, how unexpected. I never thought you the type to do charity for charity's sake. That
So
was
war's been
always
going on
Himmel.
since the end of the journey.
Frieren,
Not all is happy
why
ever
did you
after.
come visit me?
I had a few errands to run in the Holy City, and I want to learn more about those I have met and will meet on my travels. You've done me much good, so I came here to repay my debts. I imagine your time is running low.
In that case, I have a request. Might you take on an apprentice? Fern has potential as a mage, but needs adequate training. Will you bring her with you and strengthen her skills?
Forgive me, Highter, but I must draw a line. She'd only get in my way. We both know how often apprentice mages die in battle. I will not send a child my friend asked me to care for to her death.
Fair enough.
Understood. I have another favor in mind.
What's about to happen? Oh.
This was unearthed from the tomb of Avig the Sage. Inside
That looks
this
like the
grimoire,
shape of the spell she did earlier.
Perhaps spells have a certain signature to them.
Maybe.
Like this is a spell tome, maybe.
Inside this grimoire, there is said to be a
Grimoire.
wealth of lost spells with powers ranging from resurrection
That's what a grimoire
to
is.
immortality.
Resurrection to
I find it hard to believe
immortality.
that such magic exists.
That's part of the reason why I'd like you to decipher it. Up for the challenge?
The code is largely symbol-based. The people of this era had a penchant for such things. I'll need at least 5 or 6 years.
Do what you can.
Why do you want these spells deciphered in the first place? You told us that death doesn't worry you.
When I said I wasn't afraid to die, I may have been more concerned with my perceived courage than the truth of my words. More than that, my fear has grown since we spoke on the matter. And even if immortality is out of my grasp, I'm not ready to go just yet. I'll take any more time that I can. If you read the holy texts, you'll find instructions to live a healthy life. What better expression of health than a few more years?
Miscreant of the cloth.
Oh, and whenever you need a break from your task, do you mind teaching Fern the magic that you see fit? As a priest, I lack the knowledge to further her studies in magery.
All right, that should be fine.
All right. Show us some cool magic.
There you are. I could scarcely find any trace of you. Are the woods your usual training grounds?
I know I can be hard to find, but I didn't think someone like you would have that same trouble. Master Hider never knows where I am. He says I'm practically invisible. I think that is a very good thing, don't you?
'Tis indeed. It's true. I can barely detect her presence. Her control over her mana is exceptional.
That's
How
the
much
type of
could she have
magic.
studied
Okay.
at such a young age?
It's like the gas to a
Master
magic card.
Hider said, once I'm able to blast a hole in that rock, I'll be a proper mage.
Chekhov's rock.
Are there typically checkpoints like that in D&D?
Yeah, there tend to be goals that you go towards. Like,
Okay.
my version of that, I feel like we did a fighting tournament, and my character, like, if I won, got a certain purse, and
Okay.
like sometimes, yeah.
His idea is a decent one. That's a...
Oh!
My magic never makes it to the other side. It just won't reach.
That was pretty impressive, though.
Yeah.
Do you know any ways I can train this skill?
More
Yes.
concentrated,
Can
maybe?
I ask you something first? Do you like magic?
I like it somewhat, I guess.
In that, we're alike.
Interesting.
Not a huge fan of magic.
Yeah, but like that's kind of the good balance because you won't be obsessed and get too overpowerful.
Yeah.
A flower grown in my homeland. I'd like to show you them someday.
If the chance arises.
She was ready to go, but now she's cherishing that moment.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had
Gorgeous.
a feeling I'd find them here, but I wasn't expecting this.
All right, let's watch this outro, but first thoughts on that show.
Very cool. I'm
Yeah.
very excited to keep watching.
I've been told that the first 4 episodes were released as like a movie when they first came out.
Okay,
so
that
it's
makes
supposed
sense.
to be your first impression is supposed to come after like the first 4.
Yeah, it seems peaceful.
Yeah, I love the vibe. This is definitely
Great
healing my
vibes.
Jujutsu Kaisen heart.
Oh yeah,
here.
100%. Well, everything's bright and colorful and nice.
Oh, it's beautiful.
There's sparkles.
Look at this animation. It's
Gorgeous.
inspired. Yeah, and it is allowing me to live vicariously through the idea of, I mean, the dream is to like do your D&D campaign and then it's animated afterwards.
How cool would that be?
The Legend of Vox Machina, that show, that's exactly what that show is. But anyway, that's where we're left. Thank you for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you're excited for more episodes of Frieren coming every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes right now, they're all posted to Patreon in their extended full-length forms, along with episodes of all the other shows we're watching. But we have a lot to discuss before we do that. Where are we headed?
All right, let's review.
Thank you for watching. For now, we're going to go to questions given to us by our amazing Patreon members. If you want to support us as creators and ask us questions after every episode and see episodes early, check out the Patreon link in the description below and start asking questions now. For now, let's go to question 1. All right, question 1. Max Mayer asks, compared to other animes and animated TV shows you've watched so far, Frieren has a different approach to the story, starting at the end of the previous story. What do you think of the idea of the plot, and alternatively, what do you think about the animation of the show based on its first episode?
I think it's super cool. I always love when people try something new or shake it up or just kind of turn the story on its head. It's always fun.
Yeah.
And the animation's gorgeous. I'm a big fan. It seems very nice and peaceful, which I don't want to jinx it in case it gets like violent and crazy. But for now, it just seems really nice.
Yeah, in terms of the plot, like, that's such an interesting concept. Like, I was wondering how it would be possible with like those characters, but then following the like journey over time, it could kind of reset and she could be the older mage character in another character's journey, or I don't know, but like it opens up a realm of possibilities. And like I said at the beginning, it makes it so that you have maximum power and like skills, but what she seems to be lacking is like emotional stuff. So it's like, I don't know, the journey's different than a typical shonen. It's more of like, you got the power and you got the skills. Like, what about your emotions? Which
What
I'm
now?
excited to see play out. And in terms of animation, again, I would say the consistency is what stuck out to me. Like, it was just very beautiful. There were no scenes where characters were like budget animated. Like, everybody was
Such
just
a good point.
rounded out and beautiful the whole way. Like, they paid attention to little details. Like, one detail that stuck out was like a piece of mushroom going into a basket, like that she was cutting up. Like,
Yeah.
it was just,
It would have been
well-
very easy to just kind of not put in the extra effort, but they chose not to do that.
Yeah, it wasn't just a perfect pile of the same mushrooms. Like, it was like part of a ruined mushroom and then the end of another. Like, I don't know. I really love the details. Very satisfying and very cozy, the feeling of the
Yes.
series. Yeah. But let's go to our second question. Excited to see where this plays out. Let's see. Question 2. Masa Shield 9277 asks, what are your initial impressions of Frieren as a character, and in what direction do you think / hope her character will go?
She's super interesting because I think she seems like very nice, but knowing that they had spent like 10 years together fighting and then seeing how just like genuinely apathetic she seems, it just shows how much lifespan can affect the way individuals interact.
Yeah, I'm reminded of Hohenheim from Fullmetal, how
Yes.
like he wasn't as involved in his son's lives because he was just worried about his grand plan that he was executing, and like honestly searching after spells
Bigger
and
things
stuff.
going on. Yeah.
I feel like the beauty in her perspective was that like throughout the montage, like it was just a few quick scenes and it had been 50 years. I loved getting to see that perspective from her.
Yeah.
Like, and then to have everybody just age instantly in front of our eyes. Like I found myself crying about the death of Himmel the hero in the same way that she did, where I didn't see him very long, but I really felt that. And I feel like that's kind of the crux of her character and her journey through time. Like, I don't know, like I think that had a fundamental impact on her she didn't expect. And like in her remaining time, she's continually unpacking that, but it's still not easy. Like, I don't know, I really hadn't considered how much time would affect somebody's sort of perception of the world and how it goes along, even though a lot of our shows have to do with time and immortality, and like people like Muzan that have lived forever, or Hohenheim, or Father, or tons of other people, all for one, for all conceivable purposes. Like, yet what happens when somebody's just, you know, not obsessed with magic, not obsessed with their craft, like helps and does good things, but like ultimately like is a bit grown to be apathetic over time. It's interesting.
Very cool.
Yeah, and like I said, also the idea of her being extremely strong but not being in touch with her emotions, like, and getting to see like if her life goes for so long, I don't know how old she is now, but maybe she's reaching the part where she reaches emotional maturity, but like in terms of importance of world events, those are way faster. So like she's gone through the action-packed and heat of the moment stuff, but she hasn't really grown internally as much. I don't know.
Very true.
Yeah, I'm excited to see like what, and then what are they going to show us in the show? Is it going to keep going forward in time, or is the next few years going to be really important for her growth? Like I wonder what if that was just jumping ahead for the first episode, or if it's just going to keep jumping. So what is this plot going to be? I don't know, but I love the vibes and I'm very excited for more. And are you excited for episode 2 of Frieren?
Can't wait.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.